let us see Charter Act 1853 now. This act is different from the previous Charter Acts because in the previous Charter Acts it was mentioned about the time period of the company's rule. Okay, so if you see Charter Act 1773, it will mention that the company rule will continue till 20 years. That means 1793. And again, in the 1793, it was mentioned that the company's rule will last long for another 20 years. That means 1813. In the 1813, again it was mentioned that the time period of company has extended to 20 years. That means 1833. And the same happened here in 1853. Okay, and during this year 1853, here they did not mention the time period of the company. Okay, so that means if they are not mentioning the time period, then it might likely happen that the British crown might take over the company at any point of time. So that is the conclusion of that. Okay, so yeah, let us see once again that in these acts it was mentioned that the company's rule will continue for another 20 years. Okay, in each of the acts it was mentioned like that, but in this act they did not mention anything like that. So that means the company rule might end in this Charter Act 1853, and it was happened actually. Okay, so if you see from 1773 to 1858, so that means this Charter Act was continued till 1858. Okay, for 5 years. After that there is no company rule, directly British crown has taken over the power. Okay, so from 1773 to 1758 it is called company rule because company is ruling India. Which company? East India Company. So this company came for trade, and now it started ruling in India, and the rule of the company continued till 1858, and later from 1858 to 1947 this is crown rule, because the crown is directly ruling India with the help of Governor General of India. Governor General of India will be the direct representative of crown rule in India. Okay, so this was the timeline. You can divide the timeline as company rule and crown rule. Okay, and after 1947, we started ruling ourselves. Okay, yeah. Coming back to this Charter Act 1853. So we have already discussed that this act is different from the previous Charter Acts in terms of time period. So let us write down that time period of the company was not mentioned. That was the important point. And we have seen that the Court of Directors were seriously opposing the open competition for Indian civil services, right? So, in this act, with Macaulay's committee recommendations, Macaulay's committee recommendations, the competition was open for Indians also. That means Indians as well as Britishers also. Okay, so that was the another important point that you have to notice. And this COD or Court of Directors were given the powers to create new provinces. create new provinces or presidencies. Okay, so they are facing difficulties in administration, so that is why they want to create new provinces. So that is how we got Sindh as a new province and Punjab as a new province. Okay, and later on we got Burma as a new province and Assam, like that, Assam as a new province. So they have power to create new province, and they also got the power to appoint the governors, sorry. Okay, appoint governors to these respective provinces. Okay, and we have seen that the governor of Bengal became Governor General of Bengal, right, by having the legislative powers of Bombay and Madras. And later on, he was made into Governor General of India. Okay, so if you see the transformation, first he was Governor of Bengal, and then he became Governor General of Bengal with having the legislative powers of all the other provinces, and later on he became Governor General of India. Okay, so if you see, he is having two designations: Governor General of India, Governor General of Bengal. That means he is at the same point of time he is being Governor General of India and he is being Governor General of Bengal. So this act made a separation that so a single person cannot be Governor General of India and Governor General of Bengal, right? So now the Governor General of Bengal position is vacant. So that means a new governor will be appointed here and he will be looking after this position only. So that is the major change happened, and six new members were added. Okay, six new members were added into Governor General's Council. And this is also called Governor General Legislative Council or Indian Legislative Council or Central Legislative Council. Okay, so six new members were added into the Governor General's Council. So what is this council? We have already discussed that Governor General of India will be helped by his council. So earlier it was Governor General in council. So now extra six new members were added, and those six members were called Governor General Legislative Council or Indian Legislative Council or Central Legislative Council. So for the first time they made distinction between Governor General Legislative Council, distinction between execution and legislation. So if you see this legislation, execution and headed by Governor General of India, we can say that this laid foundation for modern parliamentary system that which we are following right now. So what has happened? Six new members were added into the council, and those council is called Governor General Legislative Council or Indian Legislative Council or Central Legislative Council. So this council will be looking after legislative matters, and there is separate wing for executive matters also. So this is also called the mini parliament. Okay, this uh, legislative council is also called mini parliament. Okay, so finally we can say that this laid a foundation for modern parliamentary system. So let us summarize. First, time period was not mentioned, right? So the company might be taken over by the crown rule, the crown at any point of time. So for that one, and the second change happened is that ICS was open to all. Indian Civil Services was open to all. Okay, what is ICS? Indian Civil Services. Now it is UPSC, Union Public Service Commission. So the other thing is Court of Directors, in short form COD. Okay, so COD is Court of Directors, was given powers to create provinces and to create governors for those provinces. Okay, so Assam, Burma, Sindh, Punjab came into existence. Sindh, Punjab came into existence. So next one, it separated the powers of Governor General of India and Governor General of Bengal. Okay, so and also it stated that a single person cannot hold the two designations. And with Macaulay's committee recommendations, CAULA, okay, Macaulay's committee recommendations, ICS was open to all. Okay, and 6 new members were added into the council, Governor General's Council, and this is called Indian Legislative Council or Governor General Legislative Council or Central Legislative Council. So these are the other names of Governor General's Legislative Council. Okay, and this Legislative Council is also called mini parliament, and this laid foundation for modern day parliamentary system. Okay, this is it regarding Charter Act 1853. Okay, and from now on, in the every video's description, I'll be providing you the PDF. So go to the description below and download the PDF in order to note all the points. Okay.